Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So this from the Wrath of Kahneman Ripple partner Bex Banco has partnered with Thunes, reported as both a Ripple and Stellar user, just for full disclosure there, to enable real-time payments into, one way, Brazil, including into Pix. So here's an article stating the details on that. Thunes, a Singapore-headquartered global payments company, today announced a partnership with Brazil's Bex Banco. We'll call them Bex, a pioneer in international digital payments, to help global businesses and customers make real-time payments into Brazil, including payments to Pix, the instant payment system developed by Brazil's central bank. With this partnership, Brazilian recipients will be able to enjoy increased speed and transparency of inbound transactions processed by Thunes. Those using Pix will receive payments instantly. Since launching in November of 2020, Pix has already gained more than 112 million unique users. So in about a year, 112 million, that's how many they gained, unique users, and become the leader in Brazil's alternative payments arena, ensuring full interoperability between banks and fintechs in Brazil. Now, we know in 2020, Brad Garlinghouse made an appearance at the Central Bank of Brazil, and now Ripple is partnered with that central bank. And now, since we're seeing more Ripple partners getting off the ground, we are seeing instant payments becoming the norm, or beginning to become the norm in Brazil. Here's a quote. "We were the first payment provider in Brazil to integrate the Pix technology into cross-border transactions. We now operate with Thunes, which processes payments for global players across multiple big tech, central banks, digital banks, and international remittance platforms. Through this integration, as an example, we provide faster payments to Airbnb hosts in Brazil from visiting renters who are sending their payment from another part of the world, and we hope further to increase Brazil's overall trade relations with the world." So this coming from Luiz Hendrik Didier Jr., CEO of Bex. "With the connections we create, we shorten processes, making them faster and transactions consequently cheaper." So big news there for Brazil. The Bex Banco and Thunes partner, Ripple enabled to make real-time payments in that part of the world. This coming from the Wrath of Kahneman. Got to thank him for posting that. And another one from the Wrath of Kahneman, the merger of SBI VC Trade and Tao has finally been completed, guys. He's linking us to this Japanese article, which I will translate into English. "Notice regarding the completion of the merger of SBI VC Trade." So this is just published yesterday, December 1st, 2021. In the announcement, they said that they have effectively merged. As per yesterday, by effectively combining the strength of both companies through this merger, we will provide a full lineup service in crypto asset transactions. Of course, SBI, very, very committed to Ripple, one of the biggest players in the Japanese market that is connected to Ripple. So just gives you guys some information here. Future plans. After the merger, the company will continue the existing services, two models of SBI VC Trade and Tao, and will gradually add new services such as those listed below. I am planning to go. Based on all of these additional services, we plan to integrate the two models by June of 2022. And then it lists some of those. So for those of you guys interested, the translation here from Japanese, not too great into English. Nevertheless, it gives you guys a bit of a lowdown of what's happening at SBI VC Trade. As per that merger with Tao, wanted to thank the Wrath of Kahneman again for posting that. This one, guys, coming from Michael at Val5 Links. "The House Committee on Financial Services plans to hold a panel hearing featured 6 crypto executives, and this coming up next week, guys, December 8th. Now, there was something interesting here that some people were pointing out, but anyway, let me just start with this. So this is the U.S. House Committee on Financial Services, and they've announced that several cryptocurrency executives will testify at a panel hearing. 6 crypto executives will appear. Jeremy Allaire from Circle. The list also includes Sam Bankman-Fried, CEO and founder of the crypto exchange FTX, Brian Brooks, current CEO of Bitfury, Chad Cascarilla, CEO of the stablecoin and brokerage firm Paxos, Danelle Dixon, CEO of the Stellar Development Foundation, and Alicia Haas, CFO of Coinbase. These are the people that will be making an appearance. The panel will be held and led by Congresswoman Maxine Waters, chairwoman of the House Committee of the Financial Services. And this upcoming panel is titled Digital Assets in the Future of Finance, Understanding the Challenges and Benefits of Financial Innovation in the United States. Interesting to note, and other people have pointed this out as well, Ripple definitely not invited to this panel. Brad Garlinghouse nowhere to be seen. Now, some were speculating, and of course this is all speculative. Maybe he was busy, maybe he had other commitments on the day, but you would think that there could have been some representative from Ripple being a part of this. So then others were thinking, well, maybe it's because there could be a conflict of interest. Because Ripple is in court right now with the SEC, maybe Ripple or employees at Ripple, the heads at Ripple, have a bit of a tainted view on how the United States is approaching this regulatory clarity. Of course, this panel is titled Digital Assets and the Future of Finance, Understanding the Challenges and Benefits of Financial Innovation in the US. So perhaps a bit of a conflict of interest anyway. We're still questioning, why did they not invite somebody from Ripple, one of the pillars of the cryptocurrency community in the United States? It kind of got me scratching my head as well. Anyway, wanted to thank Michael for posting that. Another one from Michael here, guys. And yesterday, Gary Gensler and Jay Clayton had their discussion, had their fireside chat, and we were hoping that something could have come out of it that we could glean some information from, of course. Nothing really happened. Gensler remotely spoke at the Digital Assets Compliance and Market Integrity, or DACOM, D-A-C-O-M, I still don't know how to pronounce that, summit, asserting the need for crypto exchange platforms to get registered with the SEC. So, it was just more of the same talking points. The infamous SEC chief Gary Gensler is back at it with more remarks on the need for regulation in the decentralized industry. Gary Gensler remotely spoke at this conference. He said, asserting the need for crypto exchange platforms to get registered with the SEC. This is because the US just wants to have more control over the cryptocurrency that you trade, guys. He even offered that the commission is ready to have discussions on themes like token custody with the exchanges. This is all part of the problem, right, with government controlling your money. They want to regulate this the same way they have regulated securities. So, this goes to the point too, and I'm going to kind of go off topic a little bit here. The point of full control by government and owning cryptocurrencies, fundamentally, we should be able to transact with whomever we want if we have a crypto wallet. And today we can. We can keep our XRP or our Bitcoin or our Ethereum or Bitcoin Cash or Cardano or what have you in a secure cold storage wallet. And, we can transact with anybody we want. I know with my Exodus wallet, that's one of the ones that's really user-friendly. You can transact, you can just put in how much money you want to send somebody, scan their QR code, and boom, transaction goes through very, very easily. Well, the government does not want this to happen. That is just as bad as cash in their eyes. And so they are looking to regulate it at the exchange level. Anyway, that's just a sidebar here. Back to Gary Gensler, though, nothing really to write home about. He reiterated that upon failure to meet laws laid down by the SEC, crypto platforms may face regulatory wrath, blah, blah, blah. Jay Clayton looked like he agreed with him. Work with us, the SEC. Okay, what else is here? Gensler noted that these platforms need to come in and get registered, come within the investor protection remit. Was a quote from him. SEC chiefs on unregulated crypto businesses. Jay Clayton pointed out Gensler's widely criticized comment where he levied crypto as the Wild West. In his defense, Gensler argued that his comments were in fact in reference to the wildcat banking era. He said his intention was to compare crypto's unregulated token minting to that of the wildcat era, where multiple unregistered institutions issued their own currencies in the US. Here's a quote. There's a lot of projects that have entrepreneurs raising money in the crypto markets and turning to gatekeepers. Yeah, Ethereum was one of them, Gensler. Lawyers to track paperwork saying, how do we skirt by the authorities? And I don't think that's the right approach. But that's similar to the Wild West, Gensler argued. So basically just more of the same. I was seeing people on Twitter saying it was a big nothing burger, and I tend to agree. We've got John Deaton here, though, talking about this. Today's fireside chat with Gary Gensler proved beyond any doubt that he is anti-crypto. When Brian Armstrong tweeted out how the SEC had treated Coinbase and threatened to sure overlend, it was time to go on the offensive. He continues down here. Gensler called stablecoins poker chips. He minimized Bitcoin, saying it was primarily used for ransomware and other nefarious reasons. He said that all exchanges and platforms, whether centralized or decentralized, need to come to register with the SEC, period. So this is the big talking point. US wants to regulate it and nip it in the bud at the exchange level. But guys, if you already have cryptocurrencies on your cold storage solutions like a Ledger Nano S or something similar, you're already safe from that unless you did it after the fact. So just be mindful. Maybe another reason why you should think about cashing out of part of your cryptocurrency position instead of all of it. Again, none of this, guys, is financial advice. I'm just noticing things coming down the pipe with regards to regulatory clarity and how governments around the world, not just in the US, but all around the world, are looking to find a way to control us even further. It's funny, though, because Eleanor Terrett here tried to have a word with Jay Clayton on his way out. I managed to catch Jay Clayton as he was rushing out the door after his virtual interview with Gary Gensler. I asked him what his thought was of Charles Gasparino and my opus. He said it was, thought for a second, long. You did a lot of research. And boom, Jay Clayton, I think, knows he's been caught. It's all going to come out in the courts, guys. Eventually, it's all going to come out in the courts. Tony Edward here from Thinking Crypto, Clayton and Gensler, bunch of chickens, couldn't even do a Q&A with the audience, and I love this meme. This is one of my favorite scenes from one of my favorite films of all time, Back to the Future Part 2. If you guys don't know that movie, watch it, watch it, watch it. Great film. Anyway, a clip here, guys, with Charles Gasparino discussing his afterthoughts on the Fireside chat on Fox Business. Crypto Law here posted this. Both Liz Clayman and Charles Gasparino share astonishment at no mention of the XRP and Ripple case, which is the biggest crypto enforcement case at the SEC. I wonder why. Let me play you this.
One of the interesting things from this, because a lot of people thought both of these guys would talk about Ripple. I mean, Ripple's the biggest case, regulatory case in crypto that Clayton brought and that Gensler has now. They did not mention it once.
XRP?
Not once.
Why wouldn't Jay Clayton bring that up?
I have no idea. You know, first off, one of the problems I think with this conference is they didn't take audience questions, because clearly the audience would have mentioned this. Ripple is a regulatory marker right now. It is a big thing. If it goes the SEC's way, it's you know, they can really ramp up regulation by enforcement and much more. If it goes Ripple's way, XRP is going to bounce off $1 a share. Obviously, it's trading at $1. I'm sorry.
Is it true that there was a chat alongside this discussion between the two that was all about XRP?
Yeah, it was really.
So people were saying, when are you going to address that?
Yeah, and they were mocking both of them essentially, because remember, they both kind of agreed on a lot of this stuff.
And the clip ends there, unfortunately. Even Charles Gasparino knows once we get that clarity, right? XRP price is really just going to go to the moon, guys. This is just the beginning, the setup looking primed to rally. And real quick here from Tag XRP, if Ethereum truly does have a free pass from the SEC, then I'd imagine the SEC will go after any and all proof-of-stake platforms before the merge to eliminate any competition. And so is Cardano next? Which really does bring us to that point of Cardano being delisted from eToro. eToro recently announced that they are going to delist Cardano and TRX, which is Tron. And so again, we have to remember this is all insider information over there at the SEC. They have their talking points. They have their little discussions on how they plan to strategize, moving into the next lawsuit. Who do we target next? I think Tag is onto something here, especially since now we have found so much proof that they want to bolster up Ethereum. There's so much evidence to suggest nefarious activity there. Huge conflicts of interest. Which begs the question, guys, did Mr. Poole predict this several months ago, back in April of 2021, or is that February of 2021? Either way, he posted this. This was one of his drops from way back then. Is it going to be an all-out battle, an all-out war? Again, guys, this a Mr. Poole drop, a bit of a riddle. Of course, what happens next? Will Ripple's XRP be joined by Cardano and Tron against the SEC? With that same picture several months later on November 30th, 2021. Could this have been in the works for a while? And did Mr. Poole know? Did he have an inside connection at the SEC who told him perhaps that more coins were going to be targeted as per Tag's tweet here? And we really do have to look at the Ethereum competitors, because those are the ones who the SEC want to put on the chopping block. It really is a shame that these guys didn't answer more questions. Obviously, no questions from the audience had been asked. And when Eleanor Turret asked Jay Clayton what he thought about their grand opus, he said, boy, you guys sure did do a lot of research. I think they're shaking in their boots. I don't think they have a leg to stand on. Cardano, Tron, the first to be pulled into this. How many others, guys, will we see being pulled into this? And even more importantly, will it happen during that final altcoin rally? At least us XRP hodlers will have that leg up. We'll be out the back end of this lawsuit, hopefully coming soon. There will be clarity if it does coincide with that altcoin rally. I can't even imagine how high we'll see prices go. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.